is Krista, and today we have a special treat for all the fans of the wildly popular animated series Rick and Morty. If you're like me, you've probably spent countless hours of enjoying the crazy adventures of Rick Sanchez and his grandson, Morty Smith. Guess what? The dynamic duo is back, and this time they're taking their antics into the world of online slots. We're thrilled to have Daniel Kalinowski from Blueprint Gaming with us today to talk about their new slot, Rick and Morty Strike Back. I'm very excited to see how they brought the chaos and hilarity into the online slot, so let's dive right in and find out more about this new, exciting release. Rick and Morty have such a unique and wild energy. How did you capture the craziness of the show and put it into a slot, and what can players expect?
So that's a good question. So capturing the vibe of the show boils down to our devs team's attention to detail, really. So when a studio creates a game like Rick and Morty, we are working with assets provided to us by the show creators. So those include things like the graphics, animations, sounds, and voice lines that you might be familiar with from the show. When putting different scenes together within the game using those assets, I'm just making sure that the voice lines belong to the right character and the right animation, etc. So similarly, we must also make sure that all the characters belong to the right scenes. So for example, you can't just place, say, Rick on the background that he would never appear in the show, and the rest comes after that. And we really do hope that the fans of Rick and Morty, feel like we represent the show very well. So yeah, a lot of credit to our game dev team on that one.
Rick and Morty are such iconic characters. How did you integrate their personalities and quirks into the game to keep it as authentic to the fans as possible?
Yeah, so it's the same thing really as, like I just said, it's just making sure that all the voice lines belong to the right characters and all the backgrounds and animations and stuff. Obviously it would be very weird if Morty suddenly started talking like Rick. It just wouldn't make sense. That's pretty much it. The chemistry between those two characters is obviously it's written so well. We just have to make sure that we respect what the creators have written, and we, put that in a very authentic way into our game.
The Portal Strike feature sounds intriguing. Can you explain how it works and what inspired you to include it in the game?
So the portal gun modifier can land on any spin, and it opens 3 different portals that appear on the reels. And this is one of the things that we want the character to have some input into, so they can interact with the game by choosing which portal they pick, and they can land either of the 3 things with those portals. So they can all either get upgrade to the collect feature in the game or increase the chances of landing a bonus, or it can even turn a losing spin into a winning one. So yeah, it's got a lot of possibilities.
I noticed that the game has multiple unlockable features. What inspired you to add this level of interactivity into the game, and how do you think this is going to affect player engagement?
So I think that providing a high level of interactivity in a game like Rick and Morty is essential, as it provides more fan service for the players who enjoy the show. Anything less, I think, would be disappointing for the fans. Having the choice of different features like Evil Morty spins or Prime Rick spins simply gives the player more to do within the game, thus raising their engagement. We are very proud of the Rick and Morty Prime Spins feature, which contains the Rick Prime Trail. So in this feature, landing 3 wild symbols activates the Mega Drive, which eliminates the lowest paying symbols on the reel and adds more spins for 2 or more scatter symbols that you land.
Rick and Morty are known for their insane adventures. How does Rick and Morty Strike Again take players into the interdimensional journey like no other slot game?
So, like you said, the game has multiple unlockable features. It is the choices within the game that represent the different journeys the player can take within the features. I think that Rick and Morty Strike Back really delivers that, not only with the different features that you can get in the game, but also the new characters that you can unlock while playing, like Rick Prime and Evil Morty, which also represent more variety in the game.
Okay, so last question. Rick is known for his mad science skills. If you had a science lab and unlimited resources, what would be the project that you would tackle?
So, have you ever wondered where your socks disappear to during a wash?
All of the time.
How you always end up with just like one sock? out of the pair, even though you are sure that you've put in, the full pair into the washing machine. I would ensure that my washing machine is in safe laboratory space, surrounded by cameras to observe, any funny business that might happen during the wash. Just to make sure, that we put the stop to the missing sock epidemic, because it's very serious.
All right, thank you so much for this interview, and I hope to talk to you again.
You too, thank you very much.